Yo guys, welcome back to KO's. I'm now here for your WWE SmackDown July 21st review now for you guys. This one is now, of course, going to be interesting. So yeah, let's go through the whole show. We'll give every segment and match a rating out of 10, and then at the end we will rate the whole show out of 10. So yeah, anyway, let's get right into this one then. So our first match we did get of this show was the fatal four-way match for the United States Championship Invitational. It was Sheamus versus Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight versus Rey Mysterio. And yeah, it was a decent match, to be honest with you. Sheamus was a real proper warrior in this one, showing some good moments, taking quite a few bumps in this one, to be fair. And yeah, Sheamus did have quite a good showing, to be honest with you. Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory had a few arguments at ringside and stuff. Something happened between the two. And then obviously, so Rey Mysterio was about to win the match at some point, and then Austin Theory pulled Rey Mysterio off of Cameron Grimes when he's about to pin him to win. Then Santos Escobar came running out, and then Santos Escobar and Austin Theory went running into the crowd, and then they weren't seen for the rest of the match, but that ended up tying into the rest of the show. And then eventually LA Knight was actually about to win the match by hitting the elbow onto Cameron Grimes, then about to hit his finisher, but oh no, that didn't end up happening in the end. It turned out that then Sheamus came in with a bro kick, and then Rey Mysterio then came out of nowhere and pinned Cameron Grimes. It was all a bit of a weird ending, but yeah, so next week it's going to be Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar, then the winner will get Austin Theory at SummerSlam. So Rey won this one, and we're getting Rey versus Santos, but I know it's a bit of a shame because I actually quite like the LWO, to be fair, at the minute. And it's a shame that LA Knight doesn't win, but I was gutted about that, hands on my face and everything after the end of that match because I was honestly gutted that LA Knight didn't win. But surely, WWE have got plans for him. They're clearly teasing something because WWE went on, they did it again. He was about to win Money in the Bank. He didn't, and he was about to win this match, but he didn't. So surely, they're just teasing, and something will happen at some point. And I kind of do get where they're going with it. They want to make it as unpredictable as possible, thinking, oh, is LA Knight going to get the moment here, or is he going to fail it, or will he actually get the moment here and stuff? So they're trying to make it unpredictable as possible. So yeah, I kind of get where they're going with it. To be fair, so fair play to them. What would I give the match in general? A rating out of 10? I think I'd give it a 7 out of 10. We saw some decent moments here. Cameron Grimes looked good in it as well, to be fair to him. So yeah, overall, I quite enjoyed. I did quite enjoy the match. To be completely honest with you. So yes. Right, what's next? Okay, so our next segment, match. Sorry, our next match we got was it wasn't really a segment. We got a video package between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar about what happened at Raw and stuff. And obviously, yeah, their match was officially announced for SummerSlam. Of course, can't wait for that to happen. Yeah, good video package. Don't really need to rate it though, do we? Just looking for my notes here. Next match, what do we have? Oh, yes, it was Charlotte versus Io Sky. I thought that this match was really, really good, to be honest with you. I really did enjoy this one, to be fair. We had Bayley on commentary, which was cool. Obviously, her and Michael Cole, the good duo, always arguing on commentary, of course, which is always entertaining between those two. We always like to see it, of course. So yeah, it was really good. Both women really going at it. Charlotte showing her athleticism, Io Sky showing hers, and yeah, we saw some real good, high flying stuff from Io Sky in this match as always. Some good, solid technical stuff from Charlotte in this match. Yeah, it was really, really, really good, to be fair. I really enjoyed this one. I think, yeah, it was obvious that Charlotte was going to win, but, you had that little bit of hope with Io Sky. But the good thing about Io Sky at the moment, as she is Mrs. Money in the Bank, it doesn't really matter if she loses matches, to be fair. And as long as she's having a good showing, it's all good. But yeah, it was good because, Bailey distracts Charlotte, so Io Sky turned it into a power bomb where we almost thought that she had her, but she didn't. Shotzi then appears on the screen saying something to Bailey, but then my bloody stream, of course, decided to lag out, so I didn't hear what Shotzi said to her. But it tied in later on in the show where Bailey and Io left early because, Bailey was freaked out by all of it. But yeah, that kind of distracted them. So Bailey just went off backstage for some reason. And then eventually, they kept going. Io got some good moves in. But all Charlotte needed to do in the end, she caught Io with the natural selection and finished her off. And yeah, good match overall. Oh yeah, and Charlotte was also attacked by Asuka at the end of the match. But yeah, Charlotte wins, natural selection. What would I give the match out of 10? Probably an 8. I thought it was good. And then Asuka attacks her, obviously, trying to set a statement before they go into the SummerSlam match. But yeah, there was no sign of Bianca Belair in this segment. And no sign of Bianca Belair throughout the whole show. And there was no sign of Grayson Waller throughout the whole show either. We didn't see any talk show from him, which was a bit strange. I was quite kind of looking forward to hopefully seeing one from him, but no, we didn't get one. But yeah, anyway, the next match that we did get, we got Austin Theory versus Santos Escobar, but it was not for the title. That obviously tied into everything that happened in the Fatal 4-Way, because obviously, I explained what happened with them. They obviously had a bit of a brawl. But yeah, I think it was definitely a good match. I mean, you could tell as soon as the match, as soon as we all found out that the match wasn't for the title, we knew that Santos Escobar was going to win. And he did. Santos Escobar was actually dominant for the majority of this match. To be fair, Austin Theory had a few good moments, but, Santos Escobar was looking really good in this one, to be fair, showing his strength off really, really well, putting in some really good moves from his body around quite a bit and throwing Austin Theory around quite a bit. But yeah, Santos ended up hitting his finisher, this, pile driver kind of thing, and he won it against Austin Theory, and then the commentators were acting really shocked. But yeah, I completely expected it to happen as soon as we found out it wasn't for the title. So basically what I think is Santos Escobar will probably beat Rey next week, and then it would tie in like for a week saying, oh yeah, Santos Escobar having bragging rights saying, oh yeah, I pin you, I'll do it again. And then Austin Theory goes on and beats him at SummerSlam. But yeah, I'll give that match a 7 out of 10. It was decent. Okay. Next, we got to our main event match. It was Dominic Mysterio versus Butch for the North American Championship, which of course Dominic Mysterio won on NXT on Tuesday. It was a good match. Butch started off the match really well, going after the joints and the fingers of Dominic Mysterio, because of course he did. He always does. Of course. It was only Rhea at ringside, I think, for Dom. Yeah, it was. But then Pretty Deadly Bloody came out at some point as well during the match. But before that happened, Rhea Ripley basically gave Dominic Mysterio a steel chain when Dominic was on the ring apron recovering. But Rich Holland, and then Rhea was distracting the ref. Then Rich Holland came out, snatched it off him when the ref didn't see. And then, that cut to an ad break. And then we saw Pretty Deadly come out, and then they did their thing, saying, oh, yeah, apologise for breaking Prince's shoulder and stuff. But for some reason, Prince was in a wheelchair for, like, a dislocated, broken shoulder or something, wherever he's got. I don't know why he's in a wheelchair for it, though. That's a bit of a strange one. But, yeah, I think, they kind of distracted Butch and Rich Holland. Rich Holland then chased them backstage. And then when Butch tries to get back into the ring, Rhea Ripley takes out his knee, and then Dominic picks him up, gets him back in the ring, and then, color 1, 2, 3. Dominic Mysterio retains the title. Wasn't the best match. It's a bit of a mess, really. 6 out of 10. That's what I'm giving it. But yeah, Dominic Mysterio's North American Championship reign is going to be interesting. I believe he's fighting Mustafa Ali at the Great American Bash, which would be which I think would be a good match. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Anyway, we then did come to our main event segment. This one was a really weird segment from like the whole Bloodline thing, I'm not going to lie. So we got here, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso having a contract signing. And then basically they agreed to tribal combat. So I think the winner of it becomes the tribal chief or something. So I think that just feels that Roman will probably win now. Um, yeah. But then, so basically, Roman then asked Jay if he still wants to do it. And he said, yeah, I have to after everything that you and Solo did to Jimmy. And then Jay rips up, like, scrunches up the contract, throws out saying, oh, we don't need the contract because the contract's in the blood and all of that. And then we got I know, and then this is where it all came a bit weird. We saw them about to break out to a fight because Roman was about to walk off. Then Solo was about to Samoan spike Jay. Roman held one of his arms back. Then Jay held one of his arms back. Jay then super kicked Solo. Then Roman and Jay were just randomly staring at each other, and then they had a handshake. Or I don't know. It was a weird one. Then they had a handshake. I don't know, it was weird. Then they just stared at each other. Then Roman walked off, and that's the end of the show. That was, I know, it's a weird one. Are they teasing a Roman and Solo breakup still? I don't know. I didn't get that main event segment too much, to be fair. It kind of confused me. It kind of did confuse me. It was a weird one. That one gets a 6 out of 10, that segment. It's, I know, it's a really weird bloodline segment. We never usually get them weird at all. But I know that's one of the weirdest and worst bloodline segments I've seen. And I usually and I'm never ever negative about a bloodline segment, but that one to me didn't make too many sense what happened at the end there. I don't know. I know it's a weird one. It was a really weird one. But I know. I assume that Solo, Roman Reigns would probably beat Jay at SummerSlam, and then Solo will probably turn on Roman at the end of that match. I assume. I know. I know. It is an interesting one. But yeah, 6 out of 10. I'll give that segment. But yeah, what do I rate the show overall out of 10? It wasn't the best of shows, was it? It was just really mid, to be fair. I think I'll just give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. Yeah. 7 out of 10 for that show. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing, really, was it? We've seen better. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching the video, King. I'll speak to you on the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out.